Man, this music is good. I really love this techno, this kind of synth pop or synth beat. I really like this section. Alright, so the status says we're live, so I think that means we're live. Welcome back everybody to a new stream. For those that are new, my name is Alex, and we're going to play a little bit of solo Dying Light tonight. I don't think the rest of the crew is available. However, we may be pleasantly surprised. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. But one thing that we are pleasantly surprised about is the performance we're getting now on our new AMD-based Linux machine. And guys, like, it's literally night and day better. Now, one thing I want to say before we dive in, I'm using the hardware encoder for AMD, and it seems to have had a little bit of an issue with some previous games we played. I did toggle some settings though. I think we may be okay now, but keep in mind that if it does start to go choppy, what I'll do is I'll kill the stream and we'll switch over to our CPU-based encoder, which is the X264 encoder. And that should be fine as well. That should be okay at that point. Because we have a monstrous CPU in this dude. We have an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X. That is a 16-core, 32-thread CPU, mind you. So we have quite a bit of horsepower under the hood of this big guy. That being said, let's go ahead and dive in. I can't wait for you guys to see the game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Also, you'll notice in the top left corner I have a new HUD, which kind of gives us a better insight into how the game's performing. We can see the temperatures of our things like the CPU, the GPU, the load that they're under, etc., etc. So, yeah. I'm pretty pumped, actually. Here we go. See how we do. So here we are. And we are running at a full 1440p resolution with all the settings maxed out. And as you can see, we get a pretty much rock solid 60 frames per second. Keep in mind we are running the Windows version of the game. So if we encounter any shaders that we don't already have compiled and cached, the game is going to stutter a bit while the encoder, or while I should say the renderer of the game, caches that shader. But once it's cached, you should never see another stutter again when it encounters it next time. So hopefully we won't see too many issues. April, are you there? Can you tell me how everything looks and sounds? As far as I can tell, everything is doing okay, but just want to make sure. I don't know why it wanted me to roll that guy over. Oh yeah, this is the area where we did that last quest. We had to find the blueprint for Rise. We need to go back to the tower though. We have to find Kristoff. Let's see what he's up to, where he's been. Oh yeah, there's a guy locked in the back of that van. There's a quest there. It's a shield icon on the minimap. I don't feel like doing that at the moment though, so I'll let him kind of chill for a little bit. Ooh, I didn't realize how many zombies were here. Let me see if I can turn this off real fast. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm gonna turn, let's see. Yep. Hey April, how are you? Don't need 2 frame counters there, it's a little redundant, right? Woo! Oh my goodness. This axe is so cool. Uh-oh. Get out of here, Dorkwad. Oh, we got somebody to help. Ah, never mind. He's just a merchant. Why do I keep stopping? There we go. You know what? One thing I love is that there's obviously a ton of attention to detail spent into designing like the flow. Ooh, battle journal. The flow of the parkour in this. And what I mean by that is like there are just lines. You can kind of tell like, oh, that's a line there. I should be going that way. And like there's a ramp, and so you can jump over this, and you can jump on top of that, and jump up there. And it's just one continuous flow, if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of detail, a lot of attention to detail in that. They really tried hard to maintain that, I think. Almost like Tony Hawk or something, if you guys are familiar with those games. I'm sure you are. It just feels like there are lines you can make for the parkour, and it just, I don't know, it feels good. Why do I keep stopping though? Like, something's up, like I stopped running for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe I'm running into something. Was it playing? Where'd the drop go? Gotta get that drop. I think it's back this way. Yep. So I can vault zombies now. Ooh, gosh. And that really helped, actually. Oh, no, don't jump off there. So you can like vault on zombies now, and it'll help you.
So, I think it's safe to say that Rice isn't the most popular person in town, huh?
No, but he is the most feared. And you know the old saying, it is better to be feared than loved if one cannot be both.
Machiavelli.
Correct. Smart fellow, that one.
He is doing it again. What am I running into here? Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Seems like it's only happening when I run. Ooh. Ooh, baby. Say it ain't so. Oh, oh, that's fun. That's so fun. Alright, we got the drop. Good work, me. I could have done it without me. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Yoink. Oh my goodness. Whoa, what's that guy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Nice. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's go ahead and move. I don't know, maybe it's the keyboard thing that I was having trouble with before, but seems like it's not when I'm just running either. Now it just kind of happens if I hold W for a long time.
They can save your life.
Alright, let's turn in the drop we just got.
What a regular saint you are.
Oh,
I
nice.
couldn't stand watching our kids starving.
We really don't even need the stuff he has anymore. well, weapons, I should say. We don't need the weapons he has anymore. Who's this guy?
You wouldn't have to know where Kristoff is, would you?
Christoph? You mean the new scout? Io's supervising all the scouts. Why don't you ask him? He's on the 19th floor.
Okay.
Hey, have you seen that house with the red smoke pouring out of it? If Rise's people spot it, they're gonna come knocking on his door. Someone ought to warn him.
I've got enough trouble right now, but I'll think about it.
Okay. Need to find that cat.
How you doing?
What's up, guys?
How are zombies like computers?
What kind of stupid question is this? There's a
Hey,
lot to be
Crane.
done
It's good
around
to
the
see you.
tower. I hope you find some time to
What
take a
happened
look
here?
at the
It's
board.
so very sad.
Spare glasses for Khalik. I'll hold off on that one for now. I think I just heard another plane.
Sorry, man. No access to the upper floors.
Why?
Someone infected went full-blown. The 18th floor is a slaughterhouse now. No one's allowed in.
Well, then how do you get to the 19th floor? If I can't even go up there, like how do I do this quest? Guess I can't.
Good to see you in one piece.
Alright, I guess we'll just maybe try another quest then? Before we go back to Rise,
What's the point of the airdrops?
let's try these, I guess.
People are counting on you to help them out. Please, don't just stand around.
Why don't you do something, homeboy? Alright, so we'll talk to Khalik. Which one's Khalik? This guy? No, this guy.
Hey, I saw your notice on the bulletin board.
You're a runner. Excellent. That idiot Dawood sat on my glasses in the canteen and I'm blind as a bat. How can I help Alfie if I can't see anything? I've got a backup pair at my place. It's not far away. It's, you know, I can't get there myself.
Okay.
You need anything else while I'm there?
Oh my god, you'll do this for me? Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. See, we're going to start a vegetable garden on the roof, you know, so we can maybe not starve to death. But nobody here really knows how to do it. On my birthday, I got a book on gardening. I never read it. It's growing vegetables for dum-dums or something like that. It should be on a bookcase, but, you know, you might have to look around for it.
Okay. You know, one interesting thing is that these guys are just kind of... They're not really thinking straight, in my opinion. They're not thinking about, like, what's the end game of this? And, like, there's no government on the face of the earth that's just going to let some kind of, you know, zombie apocalypse happen in some kind of nation state. You know, quarantined or not. I mean, it's almost inevitable that it will escape, right? So...
First you crash the car, then you can't even fucking
Want some of me? Come here. Get out of here, you goon. Rise sucks. Tell him I said so. I did kind of murder those guys in cold blood, didn't I? No, I feel bad. Oh, wait. Almost saw a boob. Alright, let's get in this place. Can we go to the door? No, of course not. That's too easy. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm actually wearing a suit now. I changed into a suit. I thought it would be cool. It makes me look like Hitman. Or Agent 47. It's Agent 47, right? Where do we go to get in this house? Oh, probably here. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's check some of these bins then. So April, if you're watching, can you tell me how the game looks? I think it looks like night and day better. The game looks really GIF. Oh, really good. Oh, I like how the axe glows in the dark. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal. Like Nvidia and Intel kind of have the lockdown on the market when it comes to Windows, but well, that business stuff aside though, like I think most people that get into Linux think that, you know, their Intel and their Nvidia hardware is going to perform the same when they switch over to Linux. And the thing is like the driver support by those companies is not almost up to snuff on Linux. They've you know, quite obviously and for obvious reasons prioritized development and a lot of their work on Windows, and it makes sense to a degree, a very big degree. I get it.
1001 banana recipes.
Headache plus. Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem. I just wanted to see how it's looking, especially when we get on the outside here. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I don't think I found... Ugh. I didn't find the book. Is it in here? Oh, there's another room here.
On a bookcase, he said. Okay. Do it yourself, a horse head mask fairy. How to look good over 40. Big butt bonanza. See defeat, a couch potatoes guide to vegetable. That's the one.
But yeah, so but on Linux, like AMD, they really prioritize, you know, contributing.
Wet Dream, the first romance novel for plumbers. Good God.
Anyway, they put a lot of work into Linux, and it really shows. I'm really happy about it. I mean, we have a 1080 Ti on the Nvidia card on the other desktop, and
Big Book of Death, DVD player user manual. Simple tricks to get the chicks.
and you would think that it performs, you know, just as well as it would on Windows, but just, you know, obviously not so. We tried for a long time to get it to work right, and it still wasn't really doing it right. But I think we're doing really well now. Where is he? I hear him. Oh yeah, it's the one down here, right? Uh-oh. Oh my God, I cut him in half. Ooh. I feel like Gimli with his axe. Just chopping down orcs left and right. Duper. Wait a minute. Oh crap. I thought headshots didn't do that to those guys. Alright, here they come. Keep them coming. We can do this all day. It sounds like they're close. There he is. Come and get it. Who else wants some? So April, I think I found the issue while you were streaming Star Wars. I had accidentally left the base canvas resolution at 4K, and that needs to be set to the resolution of the monitor. And these monitors are 1440p, hence the discrepancy there. So sorry about that. That's my fault. Oh, I'm glad we were able to work around it though. You were able to use the CPU encoder.
Come here.
Wait a minute. Gotta go down. Oh yeah, we gotta find that guy's glasses. We got the book, we didn't find his glasses. I'm such a dummy. What am I listening to here? Where the heck is that noise coming from? Like directly below me? Oh, wow. I don't... Oh, wow. Get out of here. Dag on. He jumped like a kangaroo or something. Get out of here. Guys, I don't think this axe ever breaks. Come on up here. Uh-oh. Come on. I keep saying press F to finish them, but I did it and it didn't do anything. Wow. So Celefri just simply cannot make up his mind about which game to play, can he? He's playing Terraria, NBA 2K. He goes back and forth 50 times. We gotta find the glasses. Where are the glasses at? Are they in here? I thought we already looked in here. Oh, wait. Oh, I got the glasses, okay. Alright, we can go back now. Thought I heard a plane. Maybe not.
Not without a fight! Not without a fight!
Wow.
These godless creatures came after me, so I hid in the house. Thank you.
Alright. I like his spirit.
You want antacin? Forget about the drops and talk with Rise.
Talking to Rise is like talking to a grenade.
You got my
It's
glasses
just gonna go
and
off.
the book? Ah, that's great. Good lord, my glasses are filthy. What have you been doing with them? No, never mind. It doesn't matter. Here, let me give you something for your trouble.
Cool. Alright, so now we gotta.
Careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta find lavender herbs. Where do I even look? Lavender herbs. I guess there. What about that? Toxic lichen? That's no problem, April. Don't worry about it. Let's maybe look here. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of tempted to pick Star Wars back up. Seeing you play it has made me want to play it again. I had a really good time with that game. Where are you? Is that it? No, not lavender. It's some kind of herb, but it's not lavender. Where can I find lavender? Is there... Let me look at this quest. Good God, the stench. We live in a city whose primary occupants are rotting meat. You can't adapt to it and you'll never stop noticing it. Well, some of us are doing something about it. We're making incense. We have resin, mako, and charcoal, but we need lavender. It grows on the rocks near the harbor. Collect as much as you can and bring it to Toygar. Yes, there's a reward, but helping to reduce the stink around here should be enough for you. So we need to go to the rocks near the harbor. Take a look at the map here. Where's the... What harbor are we talking about? This guy? Resin shrooms, man. Challenge ultimate weapon, huh? I guess we'll just go. I guess we'll just go there. Uh-oh, I got a grumpy puppy. Uh-oh, I'm getting winded. Uh-oh. This AC's on. Somebody here? Got him. Ooh. Sounded like the AC was on the unit up above. Oh. I don't know. Is there not a way into this section? I don't know why I care so much. It just sounds like somebody might be in here because there's like an AC running. Sounds like this one's running too. Maybe it's nothing. Oh. There we go. Nice. Oh, this guy was a runner, I think. There we go. Let's go this way. I need to turn off notifications for that. I don't care who's playing what. I keep getting notified that one of my other friends is playing Terraria and everything else. I just don't care. Here's
What's
somebody.
that?
Oh gosh. Oh, it's back up. Shoot. Here, maybe? Nope. Up. Let's tell me to go down. Must be on this side. Where the heck do I go? In here, maybe? Nope. Is there a window I can crawl in or something? Let me in this stinking house. Yeah, you gotta come in from above. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. We gotta move in there too. Here's something. Something in here.
Hey, open up in there.
Who are you?
Crane from the tower. I heard a woman screaming.
Yeah, it's my wife. She's giving birth.
Oh shit, is there anything I can do?
We need alcohol to disinfect. Please, help us.
Alcohol?
Yeah, should have a ton of it.
Yeah, I've got some alcohol.
Thank you.
Oh, this is gonna be a big help. But, is that all you could find? It's not really enough. I'd go out myself, but I can't leave my wife now.
Let me see if I can find some more.
I should have more than that, too. Yeah, I do.
Hey, it's Crane. I found some more.
Yeah! Great, because we're going through it like water. But, is that it? It's almost enough, but not quite.
You must have a lot of germs in there.
Oh, with this terrible plague, everything has to be clean. Spotless. I can't risk my newborn getting infected. We must have more alcohol.
The disease is actually transferred from a bite that causes...
Something fishy.
Hey, I've got the alcohol. Everything okay in there?
Oh, you got some more?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, cheers. Bye.
I could let it go, but I don't think I'm going to.
Let's see what he's doing in here.
We're gonna drink our granny's house down to the ground, down to the ground,
Of course.
Sell her slippers, her galoshes,
Assholes.
drink away. We'll sell our granny's pencils to buy more booze, and her bras and stockings if we
At least there's a statue in it for me. Shut up, idiots. You know what, April? I might just switch over to Star Wars. My mouse is acting weird now. Airdrop still crap. I didn't realize there was an airdrop. Oh yeah, I need to go through the tunnel here. Wait. I need to go through this tunnel, don't I? Been surrounded here. There we go. Oh, I missed. Entering dark area? What does that mean? Ah, come on. Get out of here, punk. Uh-oh. Ah, come on! Entering the dark area. What exactly does that mean? I don't know what that means, honestly. Guess maybe I'm supposed to be able to go through here? Or... I don't know. I don't know. Guess we'll come back to that later, though. Ooh, wow. I made a mistake.
Get off me!
Uh-oh.
That was a close call, my friend.
Are you doing okay? Where do we go? Oh, wait. What thought there was a tunnel. Where do I go? Is this the same place, the dark area? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. There should be a tunnel somewhere, though. Maybe it's up this way. Can I get up here? Yeah, I think this is the way. I heard somebody just say, hey. Well, lavender apparently grows on the rocks down here by the harbor. Is this the harbor they met? Uh-oh.
Come out, you coward!
What's the matter?
That brute Harun threw my sister Ida out of the village. She's a widow with 2 children, Yasmina and Jamil. They snuck under the fence to go after their mother. Yasmina came back yesterday, but Ida and Jamil are still out there.
Uh-oh.
Please, can you find my sister and nephew and bring them back?
I'll do what I can. Where's the girl?
In my house. She's hiding from Harun. She thinks he'll throw her out too.
Maybe I'll talk to Harun.
Is he even here? No, he's not even here.
He's not here.
Oh. Well, you'd better go find him.
Why don't you go find him? It's not my problem.
Rise sees everything. Don't forget.
I'm looking for Harun.
Harun? If a toothache was a man, it would be Harun. If you see him, could you push him into a hole?
Oh. Getting the impression he's not terribly well liked.
Yasmina? Hey, I want to help your mom. Can you talk to me? Your mom's in danger. I need to find her.
She's gone. She was beaten. Harun says you can't be here once you've been beaten.
I'm going to get her to a place that has medicine. They won't make her leave. Now, can you tell me what happened to you and your brother?
Me and Jamil went under the fence to find our mom. It took a while, but we found her at the houses behind the tunnel. Only there was a biter there. He beat me, and my mom hit him on the head.
You were bitten?
Only a little. I tried to get away.
What did your mom do?
She put us in a house, and then she went to look for medicine. When she came back, she told Jamil to wait there, and then she took me to the man.
Did he give you medicine?
Yes, he said we would both need more, but that me and my mom could stay in his basement as his puppets. I don't know what he meant, but my mom got scared and hit him and told me to run.
Whoa.
So I did.
It's all right, Yasmina. I'll find her. Where does the man live?
I'm not sure. It's a house with hammers and axes.
And where's your brother?
Jamil is hiding in the house with the red flowers.
You're a brave girl, Yasmina, but I need you to stay here a little longer, okay? And keep away from Harun until I get back. Can you do that?
You're really going to find my brother and mom?
Yeah, you bet I will.
Thank you, mister.
I gotta find the lavender incense first, though. One step at a time.
Need to find Harun.
Nobody likes Harun, but if you ask me, he's the only one who knows what needs to be done. You can't be tough and be popular, right? You see what I'm saying?
Where is the lavender? Is this even the right harbor?
Where can I find Harun?
Yeah, most likely he's under the bridge. That is where most trolls reside. Eating fish heads, perhaps.
I have no idea where this is. I have a feeling that this isn't really the harbor they're talking about.
Harun?
Can't you see I'm busy?
Why'd you force that woman to leave the village?
You mean Ida? She's infected. All infected gotta go outside.
Is that Gersel's rule?
Some people don't want to make the tough calls around here. Well, I did. If Ida didn't want to get thrown out, she shouldn't have let herself get bit. Tough luck. Bad break.
What about her kids?
What about them? There's no Antizin around here. I was doing them a favor so they wouldn't have to watch us hacking up their mum when she turns into a fucking monster.
I'm starting not to like you.
Hey, I'm not looking for trouble. You seem like a good guy. Have a nice day, okay? Now go fuck yourself.
Wow.
My conscience is clean. I did the right thing.
I kind of agree with them, honestly. Get up here, come on. You kidding me? Just jump over the roof.
goalkeeper ever. Simple. Buffon.
Are you kidding me? He couldn't even catch a cold.
Midnight Bride. Yeah, I don't think that this is the... I don't know. Maybe maybe it's talking about over here. Let's take a look. Excuse me. Actually, I wanted to see what's in here. Nothing. Premium baseball bat. Money. Nothing. What's this? Good money. Not really a lot in here. How do we get out of here? Alright. Maybe this is the harbor.
The tower speaking? Remember, if you cannot reach the tower in time, get your ass to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn.
Crap.
Good luck.
I got a drunk man over here. Oh, here we go.
What the fuck do you want from me?
Come on.
Here, you're all in your bed.
Alright.
You're asking for it! Fuck off and die! You're asking for it!
I have some skill points I can use. Let me do that. Really? That's all? Okay. Where the heck is the lavender at?
I'm Neil Fallon. I'm a journalist for International Affairs magazine.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
You have?
How the hell'd you get in here?
It wasn't so hard during the first few days of the quarantine. And when they put Suleiman in charge, it was pretty clear how things were going to go.
So you decided to stick around?
Actually, I've decided to leave. Though God knows how that's going to happen. I've been in some lockdown cities before, but there's usually someone you can bribe. Not here.
I can't get you out of Haran. I'm not sure anyone can.
No, of course. But I've been documenting this place, pretty much from day one. I've interviewed hundreds of, well, people who aren't people anymore. Suleiman has a lot to answer for. The world needs to know what's happened and... Look, I'm kinda desperate here. I've lost my work, all of it. I was holed up at an internet cafe when a mob of infected landed on me. I got out without a bite, but I left my satchel at the cafe.
And everything's in the satchel?
Most of it. They chased me for a while, so I finally had to ditch my camera in a car. Look, I know it's a lot to ask.
Alright, even if I recovered them, you still don't have a way out of here.
Mister, if I can't get my work back, there's no reason for me to get out.
Now, that cafe's in a bad area. I'll think about it, but no promises, okay?
You know what, let's stop tracking this quest for now. And let's just do the story quests. Before we do that though, let's just go ahead and sleep. I'd rather not do this at night. Actually, I would much rather do this at night. Get rid of that waypoint. This keyboard is acting nuts. Oh. No. Come on. Why am I missing this one? There we go. What did I just do? Not sure which way to go. Maybe this way? Good, good. I'm glad. I gotta get some batteries for this keyboard or I'm gonna go crazy. Oh, there's a night drop. Please don't. on, dude. Frick. It takes triple A's. Great. That got me killed. Where the heck am I? Get me out of here. Oh. Pisses me off. Kill the next one I see. Come get it. Get off of me. Oh. All right. I got my UV flashlight equipped. Eat that, punk. Come get some. Get off of me. Yeah, alright. Come and get it. Fresh and hot. Got something for you here, come on. What? What the heck is happening? I guess I'm being invaded, huh? Okay. Let's see how it goes. So I've just been invaded for the first time. Not really sure what to expect, but hope I don't get terribly mauled. Yeah, this keyboard and mouse.
Something's not right.
Oh, I think he's here. Is this thing dead? Hey, Basket, what's going on, man? Uh-oh. Wow. They got me. Well, that was easy. Not much, man. What's going on tonight? How you doing?
It's out there. Somewhere.
So I just got invaded. I did the... Come on, I did the UV flashlight. It didn't work. This game uses Valve's anti-cheat, so VAC.
Something's not right.
Just took a break. I gotcha. Do I have to do this anymore? I don't really, like, want to be invaded. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. How's work going today? Oh, by the way, Basky, how's the game looking for you, man? We switched desktops here. I'm on my new AMD desktop, and I think it should be a lot better. Oh, what just happened? Man, I love this axe. Get him. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I think we all will at some point. You having a rough day? That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Game looks amazing, much clearer the picture. Good, that's good news, that's good. Survive the night. Whoa, whoa, no. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Come on. Get out of here. I think my mouse and keyboard are about dead because, like, when I move the mouse, it keeps stuttering. It's not like a clear motion. Well, sometimes it is, but. Yeah. Ah, come on. Oh man. Just solo tonight. I think everybody else is busy or preoccupied with something, so I thought I'd play a little bit by myself. I might switch over in a minute though. Ah, I'm getting screwed here. I might switch over to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order here in a minute. April's been playing that on stream. a little bit today, and it kind of makes me want to play it again too. So I might pick that back up. I've already 100% of that game before, but I like reinstalled it on this computer, and for some reason my save file is gone. So I guess I can maybe play that again. Yeah, I was saying how you were playing Star Wars today. Come on. It is a very pretty game. Awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. I had a great time with that game. There we go. We're wrecking lives now. Taking names and breaking hearts now. Alright, we'll go see Rise. That is funny though, April. Like, this game has an invasion system, and like Doom claims that they can't even do that without some kind of super intrusive anti-cheat. So that's pretty funny. I'm glad you noticed that. Basky, I don't know if you have seen the latest controversy surrounding. Yeah, it is. This axe is like. So the story of the axe here, and I'll show you the axe. It does 12,000 damage, and the way that I got this was from Chancho. He had been playing with somebody from China who, I don't know if this is like, you know, hacked kind of gear or something, or if they'd just been playing a while and they crafted this, but he just dropped it. He's like, here, you can have this, and Chancho gave it to me. So, but I don't know if you saw the latest controversy surrounding Doom Eternal. They patched it, I think maybe the day before yesterday, or maybe the day before that, and they added Valve, or not Valve, but Denuvo anti-cheat, which that's not to be confused with the DRM, the anti-tamper software. And like, this is like a super intrusive anti-cheat program that runs it and has like kernel level access to your OS. Oh crap, they killed me. And they added that because they added player invasions. And it's just funny because like this game has invasions as well, and it doesn't claim to need something like that. So yeah, Chancho doing something productive. Yeah, that's one word for it. Yeah. Let's do, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's a bad game per se. It's very much different from Doom 2016, which I really love. Doom 2016. I 100%ed that too. It's just different. They had they had a different direction and a different idea they wanted to take it, and it didn't really agree with me. So I don't know if I could say it's objectively a bad game, but I didn't really care for it too much. I did finish it. I actually tried to get a refund for it per this latest news with the anti-cheat, because it broke compatibility with Linux. So that didn't really work out as I'd hoped it would, but you at least gotta try. Wait. Where's this guy at? Oh, okay. Here he is.
Alright, here are the blueprints.
Excellent. You're a lot more dependable than most of these drunks. Rise is waiting for you. Maybe we can work together again sometime.
God, I hope not.
No, they didn't give me the refund. I had like 30 hours in the game. So they said that it was more than the minimum or the maximum of 2 hours, so they just denied it automatically.
Understand? I give you shelter, I give you bread, women, bullets, and you can a simple task. I should send every one of you to the pit. Ah, the tower lackey returns. Do you have something for me, friend?
Yes, I do. Now it's time for you to give me what you promised. 2 crates of Anderson.
I think not. Your loyalty to the tower is nothing but blind obedience, Crane. A coward's submission to false hierarchies. You follow their rules as thoughtlessly as you follow mine, like a good little dog.
Look, we had a deal.
Your people need the antizin. Now, more than ever, I would surmise. But a man who follows someone else's rules is no man at all. Here, I will allow you this much.
What a
You promised me 2 crates of it. This is only 5 vials.
Whoa.
If you want more, I present you with an opportunity. The athlete, the Scorpion, Jade Aldemir. She's one of your number. Bring her to me. I have an arena where men fight for our amusement. I would have this Scorpion fight for us. I'm curious how long it will take for someone of her caliber to break.
What? No. No, forget it. I'm not doing it.
I hear no true conviction in your voice, Crane. You have not yet made your choice, I can tell. Will you be a dog and save the dwellers of the tower? Or will you be a man and save the maiden? Go and think about it.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I mean, this time last week the game is still working. It worked perfectly as well. Like you can see some of our old
I've got something for you.
our old recordings. But what really sucks is that I paid $90 for that. I got the special edition with, like, you know, the DLC and all that crap, and the season pass and all that kind of, you know, extra junk.
Shit.
The game, I ended up not even really liking it, and then I had to waste all this money on it, and now I can't even play the stupid thing. So I think lesson learned: 1, don't ever pre-order a game again. Well, at least I'm not going to. And 2, you know, the thing that sucks about that is, like, I thought id in the past, id was very dependable. You know, they why am I? Yeah, this keyboard is going belly up. Oh gosh. Come on. Yeah, it's not even registering my key presses now. I thought because it was id, you know, they made Doom 2016 and all the other previous Dooms that, you know, it would be safe to do it because, you know, hey, it's id. They're not gonna screw me over. But unfortunately, yeah, they were. Dude, my keyboard is dead. We gotta figure something out here. So, you know, first lesson learned, I'm not gonna be pre-ordering anymore probably. And okay, let me. Oh crap! I can't even pause. Okay, there we go. Let me find a different keyboard. I think I have another one. Give me 1 second. The batteries are just. I think they're finally dead on this one, and I don't have any replacement batteries. 1 second. Okay. I think these should work. Sorry about that. Yeah, so first lesson learned, no more pre-orders for me. Because you really just cannot trust. Maybe if it was just the development studio doing it, but it's the publisher demanding those kinds of changes. And
report. I'm no longer cooperating with
remember what
Rise.
my second point was.
He wanted me to kidnap Jade Aldemir and dump her with him so he can make her fight in his pit.
Yes, and? Was that it?
What do you mean, was that it? I'm not a fucking human trafficker.
You seem to have forgotten how much is riding on this file, Crane. If Rise wants one girl, then give her to him. You'll be there to keep an eye on her, won't you?
What the fuck kind of humanitarian outfit are you guys? And for that matter, if this project file can save the world, why keep it a fucking secret?
We're not paying you to be insubordinate, Crane. Get this done.
Fuck you, asshole.
Uh-oh. This keyboard's not working either. What the heck? Have I called them? There it is. No. What I did, I submitted a refund request to through Steam, and
Heads up, everyone.
they just automatically denied it based upon the number of hours I played.
And as far as I can tell, the whole city has too.
Any guess what happened?
None. And our gas man, Jeff, open quit on us last week. He was kind of irreplaceable.
Maybe I can track him down.
Maybe, definitely, and get on it fast. Word is he's built up his own little fortress somewhere behind the train station.
What I think though, what I'm really kind of hoping happens is that enough people complain about this, enough people, they request refunds, that eventually it'll force the developers and the publisher to do something different, or it'll at least force Valve just to give refunds. So their policy is such that you can return a game pretty much no questions asked, as long as you bought it within 2 weeks and you've played less than 2 hours.
Identify yourself or you will be shot.
So since I have like 30 hours in the game, they denied my request. It's not really a phone call, like I don't know, there's no customer service number. It's all done through Steam itself. And they have like an automated prompt and stuff. You say I need support, here's what I want, I need a refund, and then you give it your reason. And like they're really good about it in a lot of other games that I've had, like hey Rage Major, yeah, we're doing a little bit of grinding today with solo. Like I've had games where I bought it and I'm like, I don't really like this, and so like I return it within the 2 hour window, right? And they just refund it, no questions asked. They're really cool about it like that, but they're pretty strict when it comes to that rule of 2 hours or 2 weeks. And like I'm over both of those limits, so they just they denied it outright. But sometimes they'll make exceptions. I don't know. I'm gonna try again, and in fact, I might just keep trying until they just give up and give in. Because I'm really like I have a game I can't even play now, so and I'm out $90 because of it. What's the? Yeah, I know. I need to be more aggressive about it as well, but I'm not quite sure what to do at this point.
This is the Fort Jefferson Tower, and you will address me as Commander Jeff. I make the rules here, is that clear? Not Brecken, not Rice. This is Jeffville, or Jeffland, or Jeffertown, or New Jeff City.
Look, Jeff.
Commander Jeff!
There's an emergency. The gas is out all over the city.
Oh, yeah. That was me.
But you shut off the gas?
Installation of the Fort Jefferson Apocalypse Wall required a temporary interruption of the civilian gas supply. But I'm all ready now, so you can turn it back on.
Yeah, I think that's going to be your job.
No can do. I'm too critical to base operations. We'll have to send someone who's expendable.
Commander, I'd like to volunteer.
You're a good man, whoever you said you are. I hate to lose you. Now, go open the quadrant allocation valves, plus the primary distribution gate. Then report back to me, and I'll restore the city main pressure here. Hey, if you don't get killed, you can be the first civilian to witness my apocalypse wall.
So Ranger Major, I was talking about the whole issue with Doom Eternal, like how I tried to get a refund, and they denied me. I don't know if you, I think we talked about a little bit about it yesterday, right? How they added the new anti-cheat, and it broke compatibility and stuff. Uh-oh, crap. I need to get the heck out of here. I'm cornered. Yeah, so what happened is the devs for Doom Eternal, no, I didn't get a refund. They added Denuvo anti-cheat, which is different from the regular Denuvo DRM, you know, the anti-tamper. And what it is, it's like really intrusive anti-cheat, in that it has kernel access to your computer if you're running Windows. And so big security nightmare, big vulnerability, very invasive, very like, you know, very just nonchalantly invading your privacy. But that aside, it broke compatibility with Linux because of that. And so like I paid $90 for the, you know, the collector's edition or whatever for the game, or the special edition, and I can't even play the stupid thing now. And like I tried to get a refund, and I sent a support ticket through Steam to get a refund, to request one, and because I had more than 2 hours in game, they denied it. I'm gonna try again, because I mean there's no sense in me having to shell out $90 for a game I can't even play now. And I really didn't even like it that much, but still, it's kind of the principle of the thing. Burn them down. Usually they're pretty good about it. Like, I've had other games where I bought and I didn't really like them, and because I was within the 2 hour window, I got my money back. They were cool about it then, but other than that, you know, I could always do like a chargeback with my credit card with my bank or whatever, but I actually read in the terms of service that they can cancel your account. And like, I've got several $1,000s worth of games on my account here, and I think I'd lose access to them. Oh, there's a plane. You gotta get that drop. Oh crap, come on. Get me out of this corner. And you know, in a way, like, legally I don't have a leg to stand on, right? Because one, they never claimed they'd support Linux to begin with. And two, you know, they very clearly define what the parameters are for their refund policy. Which sucks, but you know, if I wanted to push it like legally, I don't really think I could do much. But, you know, a lot of people, even on Reddit, like, this is picking up traction on YouTube and Reddit and Twitter, and I think it's going to, you know, bite them enough to where they may just start issuing refunds. Why would I choose Linux over Windows? That's a very valid question, actually. I just like it better. I had used Windows for, you know, for like the majority of my life until I was like 25 or so. And Windows 10 came out. Windows 10 was the biggest reason I started hating Windows. It you know, it was just such a turd when it first came out, and then there have been so many patches that have come out since that have broken things, like very basic things. I was, you know, in the days of Windows 8, it's funny you asked that. I was actually a true believer back then Because like I don't know, we saw the iPad and I was like, well, you know, Windows could do this as the touch interface and all this stuff, and it can do both, right? It can do desktop apps and it can do touchscreen stuff too. And then and I was just very much a true believer. I had a Windows phone for years. I still have it. It's in somewhere around here. I used that up until like last year. And long story short, I was very, very much a true believer in the Microsoft ecosystem. And then, you know, Windows 10 came out, they gave up on the phone. And then like I'm starting to learn about these things like free software. So free not meaning money, but free as in freedom, right? Like it's free, it's open source. It's free monetarily, it doesn't cost anything, but there's also this ideology behind it, like it respects your freedom. So I don't know if you ever heard the term like free as in beer, or not free as in freedom, not free as in beer. So what that means really is that it's software that respects your user freedom, and that you have complete access to the source code that was used to build it. And therefore you have complete insight as to how it runs. You don't have that kind of stuff with Windows. Like Windows is it's a closed source proprietary operating system, and it's owned and controlled completely by Microsoft. So open source, you pretty much develop it. No. So that's actually a big misconception too. Like I'm playing on Linux right now, and there are many different distributions or flavors of Linux, and the one that I use in particular is called Debian. And it's one of the more I don't want to say old, but it's one of the more long-lasting distributions that's been around for quite a while. And they're on version 10.1, I think. And but yeah, that's when I say free as in freedom, exactly right, April. It doesn't collect data behind your back without telling you. It doesn't collect data at all. And if they want to, you know, you have to opt in, not opt out. But that's kind of the ideology between something like Microsoft, which is closed source and proprietary, versus something like Linux, which is free and open source. And open source doesn't mean that I have to develop it at all. I really didn't have to do much at all. In fact, there are some things that are a little different, but on the whole, it's more or less the same as Windows in terms of usability. Like I'm running through OBS right now. I've got Firefox as my web browser. I got Steam running here on Linux. I'm playing the game. Jay Baskey's a simple man. Give me iOS and a Dell computer. I'm using an iPhone now, simply because there's not really an alternative yet besides Android. I'm waiting for the day that a Linux phone comes out, and there's actually a company making that now. It's called Purism, and they have a phone getting ready to launch here in a little bit called the Librem 5. It's a 5-inch phone, but it's another thing. It's built on Linux. It's free and open source, so all the source code used to make the thing is freely distributable, and you're able to read it line by line if you really wanted to. You don't have to. I mean, I don't have to, but I trust, because you have a community of people in the open source community that do read it line by line. They do inspect it. Yeah, gonna be author radar. That's kind of the hope. Yeah. I need to get, where the heck is this thing? Oh, it's under the okay, it's under the overpass. What's the app development going to look like on that? Very similar to what it does on Windows and Mac or iOS. So like you have software that's used to develop software called IDEs, or integrated development environments. And Linux has a bunch of those. They have a lot of the same ones that are on Windows, like there's PyCharm or IntelliJ for Java, PyCharm for Python. There's one called GNOME Builder, which that's pretty much your one-stop shop for making desktop apps. And so you can make, stuff in C or C++ or whatever you want. And because it's more free and more open, a lot of professional software developers, myself included, use it in an enterprise environment. So we use it at work. I use it at home. Long story short, it's just the OS that I prefer. Like I said, Windows, I used it forever, but it wore out its welcome on me. I think, is it under this bridge? Is it in here? Where do I go to get this thing? And as far as games go, like, this is actually a cool little tidbit. You guys have probably heard me mention this before, but I'm running this game. This is the Windows version of Dying Light that I'm playing on Linux. And to do that, what I've done is use we'll call it a translation layer called Proton. And that's actually made by Valve, the people that make Steam. And long story short, it makes it very, very easy to play Windows games on Linux. So like if you don't have a native Linux version available, you can just play the Windows version. Now it doesn't work for every game, and there are like caveats to that. Sometimes performance isn't as good as it could be on Windows, and like if it's a multiplayer game with some kind of anti-cheat, it could break compatibility. But this game runs awesomely, right? And this is the Windows version. Where the heck is this freaking... Open the valve in the tunnel? I thought I did that. Alright, Basky, thanks a lot, man, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a good one, man. Oh crap, come on. Get away from me. Sims works really well on Linux now. The thing that makes it not work, if it doesn't work at all, is Origin, and because EA just kind of, well, you know, it's EA. Am I in the right tunnel here? Is that the door? I think that's it. Any update breaks it though. Yes. Where the heck are these guys? Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to set the field of view up higher. That way I can see more of what's going on at once. Oh wow, it's really low. There we go. That's way better. That's fair. I guess I always knew that the Mac had the hardest compatibility. They are like the Nintendo of computers. That's a very fair point, actually. Oh no. Ooh. Guess I better get on this. It's actually going to get much worse for Mac now. I don't know if you follow Mac news at all. But they kind of have the same model as Microsoft, right? Like Mac OS is closed source and proprietary. So nobody except the folks up at Apple HQ in Cupertino or wherever they are, they don't get to read the source code. And therefore they don't get to make changes. And that's one of the big differences between those guys and Linux, in that if I wanted to, I could absolutely make changes to this operating system and change it in any way I see fit. But because they're closed source and proprietary, only they can do that. And so what they've done, they have dropped support entirely for OpenGL, which is a graphics renderer, and it's like the biggest third-party one available in the world, really. And so like you maybe have heard of DirectX. That's Microsoft's 3D graphics and physics engine and all that kind of stuff. I'm paraphrasing very poorly because I know not everybody here is a software developer that has like context around this stuff. But oh gosh. Ooh. So Apple has dropped support for OpenGL on Mac OS as of the latest stuff. Is it Mojave or what's the latest version of Mac OS? Well, anyway, they dropped support for it, and so like tons of games Like for instance, Dying Light, which uses OpenGL, can't work, doesn't work anymore. And oh gosh, yeah, come on. And the reason they did that is because they want to force developers to use their new renderer, kind of like Microsoft has DirectX. Apple now has something called Metal, and they want developers to target using Metal instead of OpenGL because it's their closed source proprietary rendering API. Oh, it's underneath the bridge. Okay. Come on. It's funny you say this because Apple's stock has risen by $80 a share since March. Do you think it's because of this? I don't know if it's related. It may be like in small part to it. I don't know. Because the main driver of their growth and their revenues is iOS and the iPhone. They have a much bigger market share in terms of computers than Linux does, for sure, at least on the desktop. But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it's, in terms of development, it's made developers' lives a lot harder because, you know, one, they can't. If they have a game that was once working on Mac, it now no longer works if it was an OpenGL, if it was written using the OpenGL API. Oh crap. It just doesn't work anymore. And then two, like they have to, if they want to keep the game running and available on Mac, they have to rewrite it using the Metal API. It's a newer API, so maybe a lot of the functionality that was in OpenGL is not in Metal. And so, like, they may have to fight that. So from a development standpoint, I think it's a big pain. And like it segments the market further. Like you could, as a developer, let's say if you had OpenGL on Windows, which it is, and if you had it on Mac and you have it on Linux, you could just write a game that could be using the OpenGL API library for the majority of its graphics and lighting. But now you have like on Windows you have greater priority given to DirectX. On Mac you now have greater priority going to Metal. And so like as a developer or a development studio, you have to target essentially 3 different platforms now, whereas before you really only had to target 2 or even 1. You follow the stocks a lot, and Apple has been the weird one during COVID. They have had the smallest margin of drop among major companies, and even with iPhone being delayed and retail stores being closed. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times, like, if you can project an image of stability in a time of instability, the market hates instability, right? And the fact that they're growing, I think they're able to, in a degree, they're able to project this image of market stability in a time of great instability. I also read that they're moving a lot of their production outside of China to India, and it's crazy because, like, being an American, I would rather have Americans working on that, right? Like I understand that, maybe you got to pay them a living wage and have to deal with a union, sure, but that's another reason I don't like Apple or the iPhone. I have one because it's a hand-me-down for my wife. It's a 6S, but I don't want to use it forever. Yeah, so, like, in a way, that's, the market is like, oh, no more China, which is where COVID came from. That's good. Well, and thusly the price of a share of Apple stock goes up, right? But it's just another source of cheap labor to them. Like, humanitarian issues aside, and we'll say patriotic issues aside, they don't. It's just funny to me. It's like they do anything in their power to not give Americans jobs. That's crazy. Let's see. Tesla, yeah. What's going on with Tesla? Did Elon Musk get arrested? Because I remember that I saw the other day that they were opening up their production facility, and they're talking about moving out of California and all that stuff. They're relocating to Texas. Did they finalize that? Did they say, yes, sir, we're moving out? He's suing the state of California? Holy cow. Uh-oh. Get off of me. Oh! Whoa. So Tesla is suing the state of California because of their, their closed isolation orders or mandates or whatever you want to call it, and because they couldn't have production lines open. So he defied the order of the governor of California the other day, and he reopened the production lines. And so he also threatened to move out of California because of such things. So it sounds like he's actually going to do it. He's going to pull the trigger on that. Well, in a way it's not, because firstly, California probably has really, really crazy tax laws. He told his workers they do not have to work. He said he will be working with them. Yep. All this aside, COVID stuff aside, I wouldn't want to have a factory in California. I'm not privy to the incentives that they're given, but just corporate tax laws over there, I would think are much more hellacious because they're a blue state. I love it when I get more than one in one blow. It's so fun. They'll be in Dreamland in Texas. Why is that? There's a lot of development studios, like ID that makes Doom Eternal is down in Austin, I think. It might be Dallas. I think they're in Austin. Cheap labor and corporate tax running. Ah, okay. Yeah, he'll probably be in Cloud 9 down there. Wow, one hit. Where do we gotta go? I'm talking so much I'm not even focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just killing stuff and chatting, which is fine to me. Fine by me. Yeah, I just one shot of that guy. This axe does 12,000 damage. Everything else is doing maybe 100, if we're lucky. So, needless to say, I'm pretty OP right now. Oh my god, all four of them. That was awesome. Ooh, not today. Come on. Got him. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Oh, I think I remember this place. Oh my god. Oh, where's he at? Oh yeah, there he is. What do we got? Oh, come on. There we go. Come and get it. One thing I'll say, at the risk of sounding like a major commie, is I find it ironic how, corporations love to preach to people about how they're supposed to have 6 months of savings and a kind of a, money stocked up in case of a catastrophe or an emergency. Yeah, they couldn't survive 2 weeks without, you know, constant, unfettered positive growth, right? I just don't get it. Like, where's their 6 months of emergency cash? You know, 6 months of emergency cash that doesn't come from a $1 trillion bailout from the federal government. You know, where's theirs? Oh, wait. Back up. I thought I heard another spitter. I do hear one. I don't know where it's at, though. Oh, I think I see him way over there. Yeah, right there. Oh. Those major companies are insane. They live more paycheck to paycheck than Americans. You're absolutely right, dude. And they're global companies. Like they have financial presences all around the world. Like they're huge, and it's like they just freak out at the thought of shutting down production just for a couple days. Like don't preach to me anymore when you got Uncle Sam ready to bail you out. Every company is in debt, that's why they only look at revenue, yeah. Money is flowing in, who cares about what's coming out? Yeah, shamefully, you're right. Sadly, you're right. I was talking to my brother about this several months ago, and I don't know, I guess I was having a crisis of conscience or something at the time, because it's like, what's the end game for this corporation we work at, right? Because he and I worked at the same place back then. This was, well, I guess this is more than a few months ago. This is about 1.5 years ago. And my older brother and I worked together at this place. And the idea was just like, you know, it's constant, like, you gotta grow, we gotta grow, we gotta grow, we gotta compete, we gotta compete, we gotta compete, we gotta grow. I'm just like, what's the end game here? I mean, this is a zero-sum game, right? Because is the anticipation really, like, are all the nations of the earth supposed to spend their entire GDP at this place that we work for? And I'm like, is that really the end game? Because this constant upward trending and upward, you know, unfettered growth, it's just not sustainable. It's not sustainable long term, and in some ways not sustainable in the short term. Like, what's the end game? When is it ever enough? And truly, it never is enough. It's very sad. It's very disturbing. Like, we built this system that we can't maintain for very long periods of time. The growth is driven by stockholders and board members who don't know anything about how companies are ran. Very true. Very true. It's like Amazon, right? They're a mega subsidized entity of the federal government. Or Tesla, right? Like, for the longest time, they didn't turn out a period of positive growth, and yet they're evaluated for billions of dollars. And it's like, as long as you can project this road to profitability, or you can show this road to profitability, it's like that's enough for investors, and it just doesn't make sense. It's funny money, as my mom loves to say it. People get laid off because all they only ever see is the bottom line. Absolutely. Wait, what's this? Fluorescent shrooms. Whoa, shrooms, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm complaining. I have no alternatives. I have no possible solutions. I don't even have any ideas how to, like, maybe fix this broken system. So I guess in a way I shouldn't. I'm completely unqualified to criticize it, but I do know that something's got to change. I don't think living in a purely communist state is the answer, because we've had so many examples of how that's such a nightmare, Venezuela being the current one. But how do I get down there? I gotta get down there. I think there's a pipe I have to find and work my way underneath this area. Is there a pipe? There's gotta be a pipe. Actually, I think it's back this way. Yeah, by this water, there's a drain here. Yep, here it is. Yeah, we all are unqualified then. Yeah, very true. There we go. The reason I remember that is it took me forever to find it last time. The first time I ever played through this. Oh, that's not good. I need to get out of here.
Alright, I opened the local valves plus the primary gate.
Uh-huh. What about the ballast lines?
Let's say anything about that.
Flaming flatulence. Do I have to tell you everything?
Yes, dude.
Obviously, you have to close all the valves on the blue line to keep the pressure balanced. Now hurry up. We're going to be leaking more gas than Grandma at Christmas.
Wait a minute now. So we gotta do what now? Oh, jeez. Get out of here, you freak shows. Go away. Close the blue line valves. Where's the blue line start at? There we go. There you go, got that one. Ooh. Get out of here. Oh wait, there are more. Oh, that sucks. Wow, she felt that every step of the way down. Oh, okay, here's one. Jeez. Get the heck out of here. Wow. They can hit me, but I can't hit them. That's funny. That's real funny. There we go. Thank you, baby. Alright?
That did it. Now get back here on the double, soldier.
Thank you.
Aye, aye, Commander.
This ain't the Navy, son. Drink some coffee and sober up.
So, Major, what's the plan for the rest of the weekend? You got anything going on? Uh-oh. I can't wait till I get that Spinatile. Oh, crap. What is going on, dude? My keyboard's not working. What the heck is happening here? Now my mouse doesn't want to work. Are these batteries dead too? Nice! Yes! Oh my gosh. And I remember being a kid and growing up with like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I would have never dreamed, 25 years ago, that a game like this would ever exist. Just tons of enemies on screen at once. Well, firstly, first person, we didn't have that other than really Doom or Wolfenstein. Oh crap. Ooh. The fact that it runs so well, like, I'm getting pretty much a locked 60 frames per second. This is awesome, dude. Ah, come on. Nice! That's 5 or 6 of them. Hey Juicy, welcome back. Welcome back, man. The first thing you'd see when you tune in is someone being decapitated. That's how we do around here. Oh my gosh! I think I'll take care of this zombie epidemic by myself. Holy crap. Oh my gosh! Look how many of these dudes. So all these packages on the floor here are the remains of zombies that I already killed. They just keep coming. There's so many of them. Money and supplies. Jeez, dude, this is awesome. Juicy, how's it look, man? I'm using my other computer, my AMD machine. There's something there, but I don't know if I... Oh crap. Oh gosh, no! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Good. Alright, alright. We gotta talk to Jeff. He's here, right? There he is.
Well done, soldier. I'll open the main pressure gate. Then prepare your eyes for a feast of controlled pyro combustion.
I think I should watch this from a distance.
If you insist, you got 10 seconds.
Oh gosh. There he goes. Okay. Oh shoot!
I found Jeff, and the gas is back on.
That's a relief. Told you, he's irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to find a replacement.
Holy cow! Let's see if we can go find any remains on him. Whoa! April, how we doing? Doing better? No, still not better, huh? Oh crap, it's burning me. I think I see his remains down there. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get him. Oh my goodness, a double barrel shotgun. That was so worth it. Let's do... Yeah. Oh yes. Come and get it, baby. Where's another one? Where's a big guy at? I want to stick it right in his mouth. I realize now that that was probably not the best choice of words, but you know what I mean.
Brecken, this is Crane. Do you copy? Brecken, do you copy? Shit. Jade, this is Crane. Do you copy?
Crane, how much antizin did you get?
Listen, Rice wanted me to... Look, he screwed us, okay? I only got 5 vials.
What? Damn it! That's only a few days worth. Listen, Crane, we've got a situation. There's been an outbreak on the 18th floor. Get back here ASAP, and don't lose any of that antizin. The tower here, Jade speaking. It's gonna get dark soon. If you think you're not gonna make it back to the tower, find the closest safe house. And don't dawdle.
They can save your life.
Thank you. You really needed these supplies.
Oh wow, 30,000 points.
What's on your mind?
Mr. Crane, are you familiar with a man named Vulcan Yasif Dahl?
Vulcan Dahl? Yeah, of course. He owns Vulcan Petrol Engineering. He's the richest man in Haran.
That's exactly right. And Mr. Dahl has need of your service.
I didn't know he was still in the city.
Most of his employees were evacuated, but his 2 chief engineers are still here in the slums. They're brothers. Twins, in fact. Tolga and Fatin. They've been working on a special project. It's highly confidential, and I'm afraid I can't discuss it, but I can assure you its importance is nearly beyond measure.
Well, then I won't bother trying to measure it.
The brothers are brilliant engineers, but they're also somewhat idiosyncratic. This and the problems of operating in the current environment have put them behind schedule. Mr. Dahl would like you to assist them to get the project back on track. You will be well compensated, as you can imagine.
Doing what?
Simply do as they ask. You'll only be needed from time to time, and the task will be of short duration. Removing obstacles, you might say. They'll contact you when your assistance is required.
I'll think about it.
Why is my keyboard not working? There we go. Now it's not working again. Dude, what is the deal? The battery's dead in this guy too? Hey, well, you can give me some AA batteries, could you? It should be fine. I don't know what the heck the problem is.
Done around the tower. I hope you find some time to take a look at the board.
The sun is going down.
Crane, the man who got the power back on.
That's right.
Take this. Sorry if I'm not sounding too grateful, but I'm having a piece of shite day, you know?
Anything I can help with?
Yes, but Brecken won't authorize it. Too risky, he says.
Yeah, well, is it something we need?
Okay. Brecken says we need better security at night. Too many nocturnals on our doorstep, right? So I've put together a new light rig using these big 10-kilowatt UV lamps. It's massive. Turn it on, it'll torch a volatile at 200 feet. It would be fucking nuclear. But the UV bulbs to run it are stuck in the towers of the Infamy Bridge.
It would be nuclear.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about the Infamy firewall?
Sure. Biggest UV lamps in the hemisphere.
Alfie, that system didn't work. It was a disaster. I mean, when it failed, they had to destroy the bridge.
Well, it wouldn't have failed if they hadn't lost power. And when you restarted those substations, the system came back online. You can see it at night now.
So you need someone to get the bulbs?
Sure. But here's the thing. Some of the bulbs have burned out, right? They're no good. So the only way to tell which ones still work is to collect them when the system is powered on.
Another night run.
Getting in wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, but once you remove the working bulbs...
You'll be on a pitch-black bridge with a whole bunch of problems. Yeah. You know what? Maybe Brecken's right about this one. Forget I mentioned it. But it's a damn shame.
Maybe we should do it.
It's getting late. Fuck.
What's up?
You know Jafar, right? The one from the garage? He's looking for a good runner.
For what?
He wouldn't talk about it on the radio. I think it's something important.
Okay.
Hey, bro, I just saw your message. AMD, AMD, AMD. I agree. I like it. They have knocked it out of the park, man. Yeah, the crazy thing about it, like a processor this powerful on the Intel side would have been $200 more. Alright, I think we're on the 18th floor, right?
Do you have the antizin? Give it to me.
So what happened?
One person turned and had a couple of other people trapped. We could have sealed off that one apartment, but Brecken wanted to save as many lives as possible. It went bad. Somebody had to make the call, and now we've lost the entire floor, including a couple of kids. You'd better talk to Brecken. I have to get these meds to Lena.
I don't really want to talk to him. If it were me, I'd want to be left alone at this kind of time. No, April, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my audience, everybody in the whole wide world. Am I streaming? Yeah. I thought you were watching.
This is where we get the announcements about the antizin drops. And they've just stopped.
There were kids in there!
had to step up. Maybe she should be in charge. What the fuck, Crane? I'm no leader. I'm a goddamn parkour instructor.
Wait, so all the free running... Wait, that was you? Brecken, you showed these people how to survive.
Do you know what my pockets were full of when I showed up in Haran? Fucking business cards. I was hoping to drum up some more students. Maybe get enough so I could save up and buy a house. Instead of that poxy little flat I've been renting. Listen, I'm gonna talk to Rice myself.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Brecken, these people still need you. Okay, just give me some time, all right? There's gotta be another way. A better way.
Fine. I'll wait. But not for long.
All right.
Finally, I get to do some actual good.
Alright, that's it. There's nothing more you can do. Yeah, well, Rice can throw a lot more bodies at them than we can. No, negative. Cut your losses and get out of there. Copy. Out. Hey, Crane. Back from the field, huh?
No, not for long. You know about a scout named Kristoff?
The new kid, huh? Yeah, he went on a recon mission, but I haven't heard from him in a while.
Uh-oh.
Rahim checked him out and said he was solid, but I'm not so sure.
One reckless kid certifying another.
That's what Brecken said. Of course, it could be just his radio. Some of the batteries are running down, so we're not getting much range out of them.
Where was he headed?
Out toward that newly constructed skyscraper.
All right, I better go have a look.
Watch yourself out there, all right?
I think the mouse is going dead too. Will you grab me 2 more AA batteries? Huh? I moved the receiver, so it shouldn't be getting interfered with. There's nothing else on. These batteries are just old. Thank you.
Hey, Crane. It's good to see you. What happened here, it's so very sad.
Yeah, that sucks. Blueprint Ben Franklin's key? Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Let's see, you got plenty of stuff to sell.
Good to see you in one piece.
Learn how to craft arrows. I thought I already knew how to do that. Who's that guy?
Good work taking out that Antizin lab. You've saved a lot of lives.
Now, it's only a matter of time before someone starts another one.
The danger is all those empty Antizin bottles out there. People throw them away, and then anyone can refill them with whatever they like.
Now, you better start destroying them.
We've collected all the bottles in the tower. Plus, Brecken is offering a $10 bounty for every bottle you runners find out there.
Really? A $10 bounty for one bottle?
What's the point of the airdrops? Rise takes...
Raheem? Raheem, what are you doing up here?
Hey, Crane. Can I trust you?
How much you had to drink, kid?
Can I or not?
Yeah. What's up?
See that skyscraper? Scout from the volatile nest in there. We take that out, and then running missions at night, we could totally do that. So I'm thinking, if we planted some explosives.
Oh, Jesus. Raheem, you're not still on that.
Crane, we have to do this. As long as the
He's
nest
so
is
close
there,
to the
we'll
edge
never
and
be
he's
able
drunk.
to gather up enough antizin. It would work. We make a good team.
Oh, gosh.
Shit, oh my... don't drop me. Don't drop me.
Get away from the edge.
Oh, fuck. See? Told you we make a good team.
Look, Raheem, we don't have any explosives. I mean, none. The closest thing to what you're talking about are Spike's firecrackers. That's impossible.
You don't know what it's like. All I can do is watch. Sit on my ass and watch everything happen and do nothing. I don't want to die here, Crane. Not like this, not helpless. If I go out, I'd rather go out doing something.
What's this?
I was set to fly out on Sunday. They quarantined us on Thursday. I already had my bags packed.
Look, I'll keep my eyes open, okay? If there's some way we can make this happen.
Whatever.
So did you see the reason the bottles are so hazardous? I don't know if you saw it, but one of the early requests that we did is we had to shut down like a makeshift Antizin lab. It's basically like a meth lab, right? These guys were making and cooking up their own Antizin. And it was pretty much poisonous, right? But people were buying it because they thought, oh, this is the real stuff. I'm gonna make myself a little bigger. So that's one of the reasons the bottles are so hazardous, because anybody can just use them. There we go. Now you can see my face in perfect, crystal clear HD. Wait a minute, is there something up there? Oh.
This is Crane, do you copy?
What do you want, Crane?
I want you to start the Antizin drops again, at least near the tower. These people need help.
We put you in Haran to find our file, not to play Mother Teresa. Or does this mean you've reconsidered Rise's proposal? Perhaps Miss Aldemir would even be willing to cooperate, test her skills in a new environment.
You start giving us some Antizin and then we'll talk about what Rise wants.
Oh, it's us now, is it? Well, I'm afraid your request is out of the question in any case. Things have gotten a bit strained with the Ministry. Resuming the airdrops would not be politically advantageous at the moment.
You assholes take the fucking cake, you know that? You and your fucking file. Like, I'll locate the file for you, but I'm gonna take a good long look at it before I decide what to do about it.
Man. He gets rather worked up, huh?
Crane, this is Jade. Do you copy?
Loud and clear, what can I do for you?
I don't know how much time we have, so the short version. I need your help. Rice has turned an abandoned school into a supply dump. And I think it may be where he's storing his antizin. If you and I sneak in there, we could get all the meds the tower needs. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Great. Look for me in one of the boxcars on the train trestle near the school.
Okay, and listen, Jade. If we don't find that antizin, I'll need to talk to you about something.
About what?
Another option, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, let's see what we can find in that school.
I'm gonna go out at night, because you get more experience that way. More XP. In fact, I think I'm gonna go to the bridge. Might have made a mistake. Ah, crap. Wow. Holy cow. Can't believe that just happened. Oh, I suck so bad. It must not be the batteries because it's happening again. It must be some. There must be some interference here. Oh wait, there's an airdrop. This one's like right in my lap too.
Is this Crane? Can you hear me on this deal?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Tolga.
Why didn't the light work?
Hey, that's rude. Tolga, don't talk to him like that. Shut up, Fatin. Get off the radio. You're going to make him mad, you idiot. Stop talking or I will punch you. Punch me? I'll kill you.
Idiosyncratic, great.
That's it. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna kill them. That's right. Gonna get it, boy. Come and get it. There we go. Come on, dude. You gotta get real.
Hurry up. You're putting us behind schedule.
Oh my god. The whole point of the UV flashlight is to stop that jump attack. Why is it not doing it? Unbelievable. Screw this, man. This is stupid. Get off of me. God bless. Unbelievable. Comes another one. Where is he? There he is. Come back. That's it. I'm only gonna go out at night from now on.
Crane. It is Crane, yes? Let me give you some friendly advice.
Sure, even though I don't think we've met.
My name is Ibrahim, but that is not important. What is important is that you may find yourself dealing with a man called Tahir.
Yeah, Rice's second in command. What about him?
I was unfortunate enough to share a cell with Tahir for a number of years. The kind of prisons we have here, much of the time, once you are locked up, you do not ever walk back out into the sunlight. But Tahir survived behind bars. More than that, he thrived. And he did so by unleashing a kind of brutality one sees among wild animals. Once, a group of 5 men fashioned knives out of toothbrush handles and surrounded Tahir. They meant to overwhelm him and cut his throat. Tahir took 2 of their knives away. With a blade in each hand, he was like a bear, slashing and gouging and ripping. He damaged their bodies so badly, they had to be identified by dental records.
Jesus.
Rice is brilliant and cruel and twisted. But exercise just as much caution around Tahir as you would around his leader. He is a beast. and the shape of a man.
Come here. I've got a special deal for you.
What you got? Nothing that special. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. What is the point of the UV flashlight? It doesn't work. There we go, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Keep them coming. Let's go. Come and get it. I got something for you. Crap. Yeah, there it is. Better heal up. I think I'm out of... Nice. I think I'm out of health kits. How is that possible? Whoa, what is that? What is the Vindicator 2000? I'm gonna make sure we never run out of lockpicks again. That's not what I want to do. I want lockpicks. Why does it keep jumping down? Ooh, the windmill attack. Yeah, yeah. We definitely want that. How do you do that? Strike multiple enemies with a devastating 360-degree attack. Hold and release the left mouse button to execute. Requires a two-handed weapon. Nice. The axe is gonna rain down destruction like never before. Wait a minute. Who's this? No. I need to turn off the multiplayer options here. Let's see. Thought I had it. Oh, it's set to public for some reason. I thought it was friends only. Yeah, yeah. There we go. I just made him mad. Uh-oh. Dude, what is the deal? That's it. The whole thing about the UV light is it's supposed to stop that. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I love it. It's awesome. Oh, gosh. Don't let this dude kill me. Come on. Not after all the work we've done. There we go. I did use a med kit. I'm gonna get back up towards the tower, I think. Ice. Uh-oh. Oh my god, get off of me! Great, I'm gonna die. Great. Ugh. Shouldn't he be dying right about now? Is that really all I got is 160 bucks? Ugh, get out of that. Wow, the sunrise looks really good. Alright, so I think I kind of want to play some Star Wars. I think what we'll do whoa. Why did that fire just start? Yeah, so I think we'll switch over to Star Wars here in just a second, so, What? You don't want me to play Star Wars, April? You don't care? You sure? Do you want me to? Do you not want me to? Tell me. You sure? Alright. Alright, we'll play some Star Wars here in a second, so let me switch that over.